It's time for the X and Y Show with your host, Mr. Roosevelt. He talks about man topics, lady topics, and relationships. He talks about love, sex, and infidelities. He even gives good tips. There is no other show that compares to the X and Y Show.
Oh yeah. Sit back, take your clothes off, and relax. It's time for the X and Y Show, where real relationship issues are talked about and addressed. The only place on the planet that tackles the topics that everyone wants to talk about, but no one is brave enough to address. Nothing escapes X and Y, baby. Now, here's your host, Roosevelt Colbert.
And greetings. Welcome to another segment of the XY Show, and I'm your host, Roosevelt. And welcome to another week of the XY Show. Glad to be back. Seemed like just yesterday I was here. This time is going by quick. It's almost April. Well, you know it, Easter eggs will be coming out, and then firecrackers for the 4th of July, and next thing you know, the pumpkins will be out of jack-o'-lanterns and the pilgrim stuff, and then Christmas trees. This year is flying, and that's good, because I like, for those of you who listen to the show, you know how much I like the holidays, so anytime that gets us back to that time is all right with me, so I'm cool. But anyway, I'm just amazed at how fast time is moving. Anyway, I'm going to read a little letter here from one of my listeners. His name is Will. And he says, Roosevelt, listen to your show on having threesomes within a marriage. What does he say? I agree with you somewhat, but disagree with you most of what. What the fuck do that mean? He said, me and my wife has been married for 18 years. We have threesomes. I don't participate because I don't like it. It doesn't do anything for me. And I'm not very happy about my wife doing it, but as long as she's happy, everything's okay in our marriage. So you're wrong in saying that the threesomes cannot work within a marriage. Love your show. Well, that's about the dumbest shit I ever read. I mean, I remember that episode, threesomes could start a lot of shit that you shouldn't bring within a marriage, which you're proven. I mean, it's obvious that you're not happy. You don't even participate. You just do it because your wife enjoys it. But you're not even happy. You don't even participate. So you're miserable in your own marriage. And I think that the problem is that you're too much of a pussy to tell your wife, we're not doing threesomes anymore. Or if you're not happy, maybe you need a divorce. It's obviously you're not happy. You just putting up with it because you know she likes it. And you're probably afraid of her leaving you. If you say, no, we're not doing that anymore. And you're afraid that she's going to say, yes, we are. And I guess you don't want to go through that. But that's why you're a pussy. Because a real man would tell his wife, look, I'm not happy with this shit. Me, that would have been killed from get-go. That's a no-no. But if you guys tried it and you're not happy, then your wife should be like, well, honey, if you're not happy, then, maybe threesomes are not for us and blah, blah. But she probably don't even know you're not happy. I don't know. But it sounds like you're a pussy. And you're too scared to tell her that you're not happy because you just want to keep her happy. So you do anything. So the next thing you know, she be one gangbang or something. What you going to say then? Open your damn mouth. Stop being a punk. Tell your wife you're not happy with the situation. If she says, well, we're doing it anyway, then maybe you need to move on. But if you okay with being there, miserable, and not happy, and in a threesome situation in your marriage, then I think that just means you're a pussy. But thank you for listening to my show. Yeah. I don't cut no corners. Let's jump into this week's episode. The real reasons why both men and women rob the cradle. This show's episode, the real reasons why both men and women rob the cradle. And, when I made the title for this show, I said reasons like it's plural, but I should have said reason, singular, because there's only one reason. But I got the idea from, I was watching, what was the name of that show? It wasn't The View. I think it was The Talk. The one with Connie Chung. Not Connie Chung. Damn it. What's her name? She's married to the, I'm terrible with names. She's married to the ex-CBS CEO. I think it's called The Talk. Yeah, I think it's called The Talk. I think that's what it is. But they were all talking one day, and having some good coffee. They were talking about relationships and stuff, and being in a relationship with a younger person. And one of the ladies actually asked the girl that looked like J-Lo, I forget her, and I think she's a dancer or something, used to be on Dancing for the Stars. She looked kind of like J-Lo a little bit if you glance at her right quick. But the comedian asked her, what about the sex? And she acted like she really didn't want to speak about that. It's not about the sex, and I was just with him. And then the girl that used to play on Roseanne, well, you're in a relationship, and it's just you find things that you like to one another. It's all this bullshit, and I'm like, what? Yeah, let me tell you something. I'm not even that old, and I don't like women younger. Because they're just too silly. Women in their 20s, silly as fuck, still playing those games and shit. Even women in their 30s are pushing it, younger 30s. They start to wake up around their late 30s, But I've always been somewhat of an old head. Even when I was in my teens, I was liking women in their early 20s and early 30s and shit. So, I've always been an old head, but, it's only one reason, pretty much, why when you see an older person with a younger person, because they have not a fucking thing in common. Let's be honest. It's not even remotely close. Like women, like, for instance, I like old school bands and Earth, Wind & Fire and Commodores, Ohio Players, and Confunction, and, shit like that. When I talk to these girls, but who? Who is that? They don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And that's just music. That's not getting on anything else. That's just music. So me being with a younger woman, it just can't happen because we don't have shit in common. We don't have shit in common. The only thing we would have in common is a good fuck. That's the only thing we would have in common. Some young pussy, because it's not necessarily good pussy. I don't want y'all to get that mixed up. It's not necessarily good pussy, but it is young pussy. And that's why you see all of these celebrities. You've seen them all. Madonna, she's dating younger guys and shit, and guys 20 years younger and 25 years younger and shit like that. J-Lo dating young motherfuckers who younger than her, and Sly Stone, that motherfucker dating women 30 years, 40 years younger. Michael Douglas married to that old fine-ass chick that used to be in Zorro. She about 30 years younger than him. You see it all the time. It's nothing new. It's been going on for years, decades, centuries, really. But, I don't know why everybody is like, how could he get with her? You know, how could she get with him? And for a fuck. That's all it's for. It's for a fuck. That's what I be trying to explain to these women here in Miami. That, you know, when they get divorced and they're in their mid-40s, let's just say mid-40s, and they're trying to get guys their age. And most of the time, when guys in the mid-40s, they have been married before and are either not trying to get married again, or they're trying to get with someone with a lot younger. They're trying to get a newer model. And these women in their mid-40s haven't figured that shit out yet. You know, like, why can't I get guys my age? Because they don't want you. They already been divorced. They traded in an old model, a classic, and they want the new model now with the bells and whistles. They want the 20-year-old that suck their dick but just action with no problem. They don't want no trouble now. They need easy, good pussy, young pussy, vibrant pussy. That's what it's all about. And the same way for the women. You know, when you see a woman, an older woman with a young guy, she ain't with him because of his intellectual power, for the strength of his mind. She with him for a good young dick that don't need to be taking 10,000 blue pills before they fuck. That's all it's about. It's all about sex, and it's all about physical attraction. You know, the human element takes over. You know, you're old, you're in your 60s and 70s, you don't want nobody old with you. You want to look at somebody young, somebody to get you up in the morning, and somebody who's vibrant, and somebody who looks good, you know, and when you're fucking them, and, you know, not necessarily good pussy, but they look good. That's what it's all about now in society. It's all about status. It's all about looks, the way we look to other people. You know, you'll never see Sly Stone with a woman his age. Never. That would never happen. And I dare Sly Stone to challenge me on that. You'll never see him with a woman his age. Get the fuck out of here. You won't see it. You know, you'll never see J-Lo with somebody her age. I don't see. I mean, I think she's still dating that baseball player. I forget that motherfucking name, but I think she's older than him. But they're not getting married. They just fucking for now, and it's convenient for them and shit. They ain't getting married. You know, and you definitely won't see Madonna with somebody her age. I mean, you're not gonna see that shit. You're not gonna see it because they don't want to be with somebody old. They want to be with somebody who is young and makes them feel young, you know. And you know, they don't have shit in common. They don't talk about the same things. They don't read the same things. They don't do the same things. Get the fuck out of here. Let's be honest. Stop sugarcoating this shit. They have not a damn thing in common. All it is good sex. That's all it is. That's all it is. Good sex. That's all. And I'm not hating. I'm not mad at them. You know, you do what you got to do. But I'm just telling you the reasons why we see people robbing the cradle. Everybody's like, why is she with him? Or why is he with her? Really? You really have to ask that? And for those of you saying, well, Roosevelt, what do you like? Well, I told you, I'm an old head. You know, I don't look at women around my age. I like older women, like, you know, like Kim Kardashian. I don't want her. I want her mama. Mama kind of cute. Shit. I don't want Beyonce. I want Beyonce mama. Her mama cute. Her daddy was a silly motherfucker for letting that go away. Huh? I don't want Jada Pinkett. I want her mama. You know. And all of these women, they're at least 20 years older than me, you know. And that goes back to the thing, you know, just because you with young pussy don't mean it's good pussy. You know. I've learned that. Firsthand. Older women, you know, they old, but it just, I know a lot of you ladies out there disagree with me, but it's true. Your older women, trust me, fellas, don't knock it till you try it. Older women have better pussy than younger girls. I'll say it again because some of y'all kind of slow. Older women have better pussy than young girls. Women don't know how to fuck until they're like in their late 30s, early 40s, then they start learning how to do some things. But when they're in their 20s, they don't know shit. They just, I call them latats, just lay their ass there. That's what they are, latats. Just lay their ass there. Don't do nothing. They don't know how to fuck. It's young. They might suck your dick for a little while, but no. It's not good pussy. But an older lady know how to caress you and just do everything to just make you nut stronger. I don't know what it is. It's a certain mumbo jumbo that they have. And I like older women. And being an old head myself, I can relate to them as well. Like, women that are 15 years older than me. Shit, I know about music in their era more than they do sometimes. They be like, how the fuck you know all this? So I'm on their level. I can communicate with them. We actually have something in common, So it's kind of different. I like older women, but I can relate to them as well. And it's not because I need somebody to, a lot of you say, oh, you just like older women because you want somebody to take care of. No, I don't. I don't need nobody taking care of me. I'm not looking for no mother figure. I'm not looking for nobody to pay my bills and all that shit. I'm just looking for a mature woman who I can relate to, who I can communicate with, and have some good pussy. Among other things, it's other stuff too, but I'm just telling you, these are the reasons why I prefer dating older women. It's just less drama. It's just a better situation for me. But, when you see someone dating someone, 20, 30, 25, 35 years younger than they are, what else could it be? What else could it be? It's not because they, have anything in common mentally. They don't have the same likes. They don't have the same dislikes. They don't have shit in common. Nothing. All they have is a physical attraction, for some younger pussy. And normally, if it goes one way, it's a financial, benefit as well. Well, I fuck this old motherfucker, but he gonna buy all my shit. He gonna pay my rent, and it goes both ways too. When those guys with the older women, I'm gonna get with her, but she's gonna give me some money and she's gonna take care of me, and blah blah blah. They're not with that old lady because she's, they're not me. I'm with, when you see me with an older lady, I'm really digging her. But other motherfuckers, when you see them with an older person, it's not that they're digging it, just in it for the thrill. That's all. It's all a big thrill. And, when I was watching that show, The Talk, and the black lady, I can't remember, I'm terrible with names. Shit, I can't remember her name, but she asked the J-Lo looking girl, the dancer, whatever. It's not J-Lo, but it's the girl who used to be on Dance with the Stars. I cannot think of her damn name for shit. About the sex. Yeah, she tried to elude that the sex wasn't really that important. Like, we really had some things in common. Get the fuck out of here. Let's keep it real. That's what it's all about. And like I said, I'm not hating. I'm really not hating. If that's what you got to do, you got to do. Sly Stone, and I keep using him, but he's not the only one that's out there doing it. There's other actors out there doing it. I mean, you see it all the time. You see it every day in Hollywood. So it's not just Sly Stone, but I'm just saying him because it's somebody who you can relate to and somebody who you can easily recognize when I call their name. But there's other stars out there too that's dating women far younger than they are, or married to women far younger than they are. So it's not just Sly. I'm not just putting him out there, but you know, it's an unfortunate thing. You know, this society has become so wound up and entangled in physical appearance that a lot of people actually care about who they're spending time with, who they are seen with, you know, because it's like, okay, well, if I'm seen with a pretty woman, that means I'm cool. If I'm seen with a handsome young chunk or a handsome young hunk, oh, that means I'm cool. I got high status. All my girlfriends are envying me. You know, they really look up to me. Look what I got. You know, you know, that's what society has become. Just a bunch of plastic motherfuckers walking around. You know, all about what we look like to our friends and to our family and to strangers, you know. So it's cool when you see, and even in that way, it's not the same way, because an old man with a young woman, nobody really looks at, or, you know, nobody pays attention to, because it happens, you know, so much to nobody pays a big deal. But when they see an older woman with a younger guy, then it's like, oh my goodness, he's robbing the cradle. So it's a double standard, even though that happens a lot. But it's a double standard because it's not looked at the same way as when the older guy is with a younger woman. So it's still this bullshit around these relationships with when the age gap is so significant. But nevertheless, it happens. And like I said, you know, I'm not hating, and who knows? I know some of you are saying, well, they do sometimes have some things in common. You know, just because they're 20 years or 30 years younger, shit don't even sound right. You know, just because they're 30 years younger doesn't mean they don't have anything in common. All right, you're right, and there are always some exceptions to the rule. But for the most part, if you're 30 years, 20 years, 25, 35, as some of you motherfuckers are listening to this damn broadcast right now, older than a person, you don't have shit in common. Let's be real. You're with this person because she's a younger pussy. She's going to be around for a long time, as long as you know, take care of her, whatever, or take care of him. And if you do real good, it'd be somebody who you get too old, they can help you wipe your ass. So it's all kind of benefits of being with somebody who's younger, you know. But don't try to be throwing this bullshit up in my face like, you know, we have this thing together and we have a connection and we have a lot of things in common. You know, that's bullshit. You don't have nothing in common. All it is about physical attraction. All it is about a good fuck. That's all. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. And that's what amazes me when I hear all these people, like, you know, you hear it every day. Oh man, she's with him? That young chick, she's with him? Oh my goodness, what is she doing with him? You know. Oh my goodness. Did you see who she's dating? That guy was like 20 years younger. And then they acting like, you know, they're trying to figure out why are they dating. I mean, it's easy. It's easy. And a lot of people in society know it, but they just won't say it. Or I don't know. It's all for a good fuck. That's all it is. You know? Which is weird to me because, like I said before, just because you have young pussy, and I'm speaking from a man's point of view because I can't speak from a woman's point of view. But just because you have young pussy don't mean it's good pussy. It's a difference. You know, I'd rather have old good pussy any day than young bad pussy. And a lot of you motherfuckers are saying there's no such thing as bad pussy. Well, that means that you are a silly motherfucker. If you even say some shit like that, because any motherfucker who's experienced will know there are some bad pussies. And bad in the way that, every person is fit for each other. Person A and person B go together, but when you try to put A with X, maybe they don't fit, they don't vibe. So it's not a good experience, it's not a good sexual experience. That's what bad pussy is. I'm not saying that, it's actually bad pussy, but it's just like you two not vibing together. You're not in stroke with one another. You're not together. So it turns the sexual act into a bad experience. But I found that, being able to adapt is a great thing. And older women, being that I guess they're more experienced, they can adapt. Say, oh, he like this. Let me do this. Oh, he like that. Let me do that. It's like they know. I can't explain that shit. It's like magic or some shit. It's like, I guess it's all wise or something. I don't know. But they know what to do. The younger chicks don't know what to do. So what they do, they just lay there. Little tats. They just lay their ass there. They don't know what to do. Get the pussy, get a nut, and let's go to sleep. Oh, let me suck your dick for 45 minutes, And I'm sure on the other side as well. Women with, a younger woman, or older woman with a younger guy, she's like, oh, okay, cool. He doesn't have to take 3 damn blue pills before we fuck. But for the most part, them young dudes don't know what they doing. They don't know how to take care of no woman. I said it. Them young dudes don't know what the fuck they doing. And if they're in their 20s, they don't know how to fuck. So you got to show them everything. You got to teach them. I know some of you ladies know what I'm talking about. You got to show them what's up. No, do it that way. No, eat it that way. You got to teach them. You like a tutor and shit. So that's what women got to deal with. I mean, you got a young dick, though. He ain't got to take 5 blue pills. He young. He vibrant and shit and virile. But he don't know what the fuck he doing. So you got to teach him. So there's always some trade-offs. So, that's all I'm saying. It's, when you see these couples that are so far in age, just say this. Whoever the older person is, okay, he's looking for somebody that looks good, because they don't have shit in common. Get the fuck out of here. They don't have shit in common. He or she are looking for somebody who looks good and that is a really young fuck. And if I'm lucky, they'll hang around and maybe we might get married and she can wipe my ass in about 20 years, help me bathe and shit. So it's always, that's what you should think about when you see a couple where the guy is so much older than the lady or the lady is so much older than the guy. Because it's nothing but a physical thing. It's nothing but a physical benefit. And that's good young sex. A fuck. That's all what it's about. Those 2 words. A fuck. That's all. And I said good fuck before, but not necessarily a good fuck. Because you still have to teach those motherfuckers. The ladies, you got to teach what them. So it's not also, but it's strong. And there's some things that they don't have to do. And it's a good thing that a young guy can even still fuck. Some of them old guys, they can't even fuck no more, even with the blue pill. It's all kind of penile dysfunctions and shit that prevent a man that, can't fuck no more. Prostate cancer, all kind of shit. So you got some ladies who don't want to deal with that. So I'm going to get me a young fella. Young whippersnapper. And knock this pussy out. I'll teach him what he needs to know. I'll do that. But I'm going to give me some of this young dick. That's what it's all about. It's all about a fuck. It means nothing else. It couldn't be nothing. They don't have shit in common. Get the fuck out of here. You see, same thing when you see an older man with a young woman. It's the same thing. It's just for fuck. She looks good. She's not my age. She's not all wrinkled and shit. She's not aged. You know, she's young. And even though she can't fuck, she look good. So I'm going to be with her. It's all about looking good for society. But me, as I told you before, I'm an old head. I don't want the girls my age. I want their mama. You know, and I'm not a pervert. Well, maybe a little bit. But, you know, that's just my preference. Always has been. When I was young, in my 20s, I was looking at 35-year-olds, 40-year-olds. Because they were, I can relate to them. I knew a lot about their generation. You know, I guess because I have older siblings and I always was in, it's almost like I should have been born in the 60s. You know, so I can relate to these. And when I tell them things of their generation, they're like, damn, how do you know all this? You know? Yeah. So but you can't compare yourself with me. Don't do that. Don't compare yourself with me. I'm a different son of a bitch. I'm a whole total different breed. I can relate to older women. We actually do have something in common. And I like them because most old women it's more than a good fuck. You know, we do relate on the intellectual level. You know, we do have things in common. We can communicate with one another. And it's some good pussy. Oh. So it's different. But for the most part, for most people, it's just a fuck. So, the real reasons why both men and women rob the cradle. It shouldn't be reasons. It's one reason. A good fuck. That's all. You know. Oh, I guess you can say the reasons. It's a good fuck and they want to look good for society. It's status. You don't want somebody old like them on their shoulder. You know, they want to feel young. And to feel young, you get somebody who's younger. So it's all about how they look. That's what it's all about. How they look, how they proceed with their friends, how they proceed with strangers. And they get a vibrant, a more activity-filled sex life. Not necessarily good, but at least they're getting one. So, that's why. It's not rocket science, folks. It's human nature. Human nature. Everything comes back to how good is the sex. You know. Anyway. Hope you enjoyed tonight's episode of the X and Y Show. Be sure to check out the show on every avenue that you might enjoy your podcast on. I'm on TuneIn. I'm on iTunes. I'm on Blueberry. I'm on Stitcher. I'm on Spreaker. I'm on iHeartRadio. And I'm on Spotify. And I'm on Castbox as well. So anything that you listen to your podcast on, you can catch the X and Y Show. Subscribe to your favorite podcast show, which is me. And be sure to leave comments and everything. And that'll be great. I'm also on social media. I'm on Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, and you can find all of that. Oh, did I say Twitter? Yeah, I'm on Twitter. Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram. You can find all of that, my social media and my avenues for listening to podcasts on my website, which is www.thexyshow.com. That's www.thexyshow.com. You can find everything there. My podcast, social media, as well as the X and Y store with some items in it. You can find a Android cover, iPhone cover, t-shirts, coffee mugs, all of that shit is in there. And now that I have a little more time on my hands, I'm going to put some more stuff in there as well. So keep a lookout for that. There's also a contact form. You can say anything you would like to me. Hello, constructive criticisms, the way you're liking the show, the way you're disliking the show, any particular episodes you'd like to hear, whatever. That contact form is there so you can talk to me and let me know how you're loving me. And be sure to buy some in the XY store and take a picture and send it to me. I'll definitely post it on my IG account and show everyone how much of a true X and Y you are. So, without further ado, I'm going to say goodbye, but I want you to always remember, you cannot have love without X and Y. Even if you're an old motherfucker. Later.
You've been listening to The X and Y Show with your host, Roosevelt Colbert, the place where real relationship issues are talked about and addressed. Join us next time. You can now put your clothes back on. Or not.